Rejoice! WoW is saved! Activision is saved! Blizzard is saved! We think, but it is probably the best news in the world because Microsoft just bought Activision Blizzard for $70 billion or 68.7 to be precise, just yesterday, depending on when you watch this video. This is definitely one of the biggest news that could have happened and that probably did happen this year, and everybody's going crazy. Stock market is going crazy, but enough about that because today we're having a proper on cooldown episode, and I know Marcelian isn't here, but he is here in spirit, and he actually contributed to a lot of the parts that are gonna go into this video because he's a journalist at heart, and we are going to talk about the potential savior of World of Warcraft and of course everything else Blizzard, but we're WoW players, so that's what we care about. But you should also care about our Patreon page because the Patreon page and the platform in general goes into supporting pretty much everything that we do here. In no small part, it was responsible for every upgrade in quality, like this cool microphone. There's a cool microphone over there. There's lights, camera everywhere. It's amazing what we can do with a little bit of a support because we do want to keep doing this for you guys for as long as we can because it is our passion, it is our dream, and we want to give you quality videos in all aspects of World of Warcraft, clearly. And you can definitely check the Patreon page. Of course, it's now required, but it is very appreciated, and you can have a couple of tiers that maybe you'll find something that's for you. We have rewards for different tiers like custom-made wallpapers, access to our creative development process where you can stream boring editing sessions if that's your jam, or you can even be a part of the monthly Patreon chats where we actually talk live with you guys, Q&A one-to-one to see what you guys think, feedback, suggestions and stuff like that, which we actually do take into consideration because a lot of the changes that happened to our channel came from you guys. So thank you, dear patrons, for supporting the channel, and thank you, dear viewer, for checking the platform out and see if there's something there that you can benefit from. Microsoft Blizzard, Microvision, Micro Blizzard, Micro Lizard, well, I don't know what you want to call it, man, but Microsoft did buy Activision Blizzard, and everybody's going to report to Phil Spencer. And if you know anything about Phil Spencer, you know that Phil Spencer literally saved Xbox. Jesus Christ. And if you really think about everything that happened in the last year, but things have been gone wrong for a long time, this is probably the best thing that could have happened to Activision Blizzard and, you know, in consequence and as a byproduct to World of Warcraft, because that's mainly what we care about. The deal happened yesterday, depending on when you essentially watch this video, but obviously the deal will take a little while to implement, and obviously it has been going for a while. It became official yesterday, the sale happening for $68.7 billion. And shortly after that was made public, Mike Barra had one of the most hilarious tweets, which is not really relevant, but kind of is a little bit relevant to the topic at hand because he just tweeted a smiley face and people just obviously went batshit crazy in the tweets and replies to all, oh my god, how can you just say this? But obviously Mike Barra knew about this, and Mike Barra has worked in the Xbox in the past, so that was also one of the, let's say, positive things that he could bring to WoW. And now with Phil Spencer on board, man, I'm really excited to see what happens to WoW in the next couple of years. God damn it. And of course the Blizzard extension, but wow. And to go a little bit into more details to explain a couple of things, I think nobody can do this better than Jason Schreier, the famous, notorious gaming journalist. Essentially, to quote him, he mentioned that while monopolies are undoubtedly bad news for the video game industry, this acquisition could have some positive effects on Blizzard, both culturally and strategically. Under Activision, every game had to be a billion-dollar franchise. Under Xbox, that will likely change. Bobby's ultimate goal, other than that to get away with everything he did, was to turn Blizzard into another Activision studio cranking out yearly hits. Under Xbox, Blizzard may be able to regain some of its autonomy and fix some big problems. Maybe. And that is a big maybe, but it is true that Activision kind of skewed a little bit the essential direction of where Blizzard was supposed to be going with its game and its game design, and we're no strangers to that. We know that that's what's been happening, and Xbox is different. I mean, just look at what Xbox has done in the last couple of years, and especially with the Game Pass. Are we going to have WoW on Game Pass? I don't know. Also, according to Wall Street Journal sources, Bobby Kotick is expected to leave once the Activision Blizzard Microsoft deal closes. so it's kind of like one more year with this character. Bobby Kotick, Activision's longtime CEO, is expected to leave after the deal closes, according to people familiar with those plans. Microsoft had said in its announcement Tuesday that Mr. Kotick will continue to serve as CEO of Activision Blizzard, and that after the deal closes, the Activision Blizzard business will report to Microsoft gaming chief Phil Spencer. But the companies have agreed that he will depart once the deal closes, the people have said. And although he isn't here in person, Marcelian has had a lot of things to say about this whole situation, since he is a big Xbox fan, bigger Xbox fan than I am, and he has been following Phil Spencer for his majority of the Microsoft career, because Phil Spencer is a gamer, he loves games and believes in the power of gaming. He is the man responsible for turning Xbox on the right track. The fact that he closed this deal while being fully aware of all of the issues and lawsuits with Activision Blizzard goes to show the confidence he has in doing the same thing once again. And the Team Xbox are essentially huge fans of RTS, and you can essentially look at the Age of Empires Remastered, the Age of Empires 4 more recently, for which we even had a video on Gamebase, our second channel, and that could just mean maybe a StarCraft 3 or maybe even the return to the Warcraft strategy game. Oh my god, do you remember Warcraft 3 that actually made the best story in WoW come to life, and that is the Lich King? Wrath of the Lich King, anybody? Yeah, that could also come true. And I did mention it at the beginning, but it's hard to tell if WoW will ever be a part of the Game Pass, but you can definitely be sure that the other titles like Diablo, Call of Duty, Hearthstone, etc. will have some connection, or if not, be actually in the Game Pass, since WoW's payment plan is a little bit different, but that is also subject to change, and who knows what kind of situation we'll have with WoW in, let's say, 2023, since June, July 2023 is when the deal is supposed to be final. There essentially was no better way of a real cleanup on Activision Blizzard's PR other than being absorbed by a much more respected power in gaming. Xbox regained its respect and admiration in the gaming industry, mostly due to Phil and his team, and that good image will slowly start to rub off on Blizzard too, attracting once again interest in future titles, but more importantly interest from devs trying to get higher there, because I mean Blizzard's whole PR situation has dropped considerably in the last year, and people are either afraid or possibly even ashamed to be seen as working at Blizzard rather, and obviously there's a lot of passionate people there that would just love to work on games like World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft and so on, and with the Xbox positive image and essentially better gaming culture altogether, that will essentially revitalize, because let's be honest here, with the whole scandal and everything that happened with Activision Blizzard in the last year, a revamp of sorts was kind of needed. I mean, how else are we going to look at Activision Blizzard differently if they're not essentially a different entity? And being under the Microsoft umbrella is one of those things that could just change the whole image altogether. So of course, hopefully the famous exploit the passion pay model Blizzard was known for will soon be no more, and the Team Xbox will fund appropriately the teams in Blizzard while also addressing the old boys club culture. Yeah, all this shaping up to be a way better future for the game developers on, Blizzard games in general. It's clear that the strategy and the direction and overall vibe with Blizzard could not continue the way it did, since, World of Warcraft has suffered many downfalls due to this, and we can all see and feel it, at least since the end of Legion. One positive might be the different optics between the Xbox team and the Activision Blizzard board. While the latter was obsessed with engagement metrics and always having some sort of pump in earning calls, Xbox always planned for the long term and had a keen eye for first build, then expand. Translating this into WoW, it might just mean that a new era of the game is on the horizon, with focusing on regaining goodwill, interest and reputation, not so much on grinding the fuck out of the player's time. And it's hard to say if this will happen with 10.0, but it will 100% be within 11.0, so essentially the next expansion, next after this. Because the WoW dev team has been no stranger to all the bullshit happening within their team members all these years, working in an environment like that. Abuse, discrimination, poor salaries, and so on. And we know for a fact that Xbox does not tolerate any discrimination of any kind. So no shit will fly anywhere. That on top of the fact that Microsoft has basically infinite money, so more resources to be put into the development for WoW, but not only development, marketing too, esports too, branching out too. God damn it, think of the possibilities of new movies to be discussed, Netflix series, and the list could go on. Overall, a gaming head, Phil Spencer, is buying out a gaming company that got ruined by suits and creeps. A gaming company whose main asset, WoW, has seen its worst years due to the suits and creeps. Business is business and no one can tell Microsoft otherwise, but if you just take a look at their track record when it comes to gaming, since 2014 until present, you will see how, at least at first sight, things are looking bright for World of Warcraft under the Xbox gaming umbrella. And this is just to fuel more positive vibes into World of Warcraft and of course Activision Blizzard by extension, and maybe we can finally get our game back. And just a quick proof that things are actually looking a little bit better after the whole meeting and all the announcement went on yesterday and all of the journalistic websites and prints and everything going crazy with this news. The stock for Activision Blizzard just fucking skyrocketed, man. Just look at this stuff. We haven't seen this in so long, and just look at this. This just goes to show how much more of a positive impact Microsoft and Xbox in general can make over Activision Blizzard and all of its games when it comes to positive image, when it comes to hopeful future projects, designs, and everything concerning gaming. We might be in a new era. This is just the first, let's say, 2 days of the new announcement, and there's definitely more things to come in the future. We're gonna take a close eye looking on top of things and how this all changes. And I want to know what you guys think of all this. Do you think WoW is going to be in the Game Pass? Do you think this is going to revolutionize the Activision Blizzard gaming in general? But of course, World of Warcraft. Will we have 11.0 sooner? Who knows? But thank you for watching the video. This has been one of the most exciting on cooldowns we have ever had to work on. And I know Marcelian would have loved to be here, but he is here in spirit and heart. So we both like to thank you for watching the video, supporting our channel. You can check our Patreon page down below and see every other video that we have on the channel as well. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
I've been loving it then, I still love it now. Still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. Getting better every day, let me show you how. Cause still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. It's getting harder to stay, but at the end of the day, it's a guilty pleasure, so just log in and play. Whether it's classic or retail, I'ma do a /bow. Still, I play WoW.